Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Nabier and I'm back with a brand new video. Today, guys, I'm going to be showing you Split 2 patch notes. If you enjoy, like, comment, subscribe. Without further ado, man, let's jump straight into this. So these patch notes are going to be coming out on Tuesday next week. So it is going to be coming around the corner very fast. So literally, this is obviously what you got, like the beast mode event is going to be coming into it. I'm going to kind of scroll through this past because at the end of the day, we want to get straight to the patch notes. Now, the one thing we do need to look at before we actually get to the patch notes is the Skirmisher update. Now, the Skirmishers are going to be getting a buff for this coming split, which is really exciting. And of course, at the end of the day, I didn't think we would be getting this sort of changes this quickly. So here are the changes we're going to be getting. So they're going to be gaining 2 brand new upgrades. So essentially, they're going to be getting Trailblazer, which allows your teammates to receive a speed boost up to 20 meters away. So when you're pushing really hard forward and you're maybe potentially jumping forward, getting just so far ahead of your teammates are going to get that boost, therefore be able to keep up with you and actually stay ready to go in the fight. Brilliant. We're also going to be getting charge knock. Skirmishers are going to gain an extra ability charge and 50 HP regen on knocks. This means as soon as you knock somebody, you're going to get your tactical back automatically, and as well you're going to get HP. This is unbelievable. You're also going to be getting that, so the extra charge lasts for 30 seconds or until used. The extra charge applies to all Skirmisher legends, tacticals except Octane, who will gain an additional ultimate charge instead. HP regen will regen your health first and shields if applicable, and can be interrupted by damage. This is crazy. This is awesome. Skirmishers are going to be back in the mix. Next up, we just got a few event mode stuff that's going to be coming. I'm not honestly worried about this at all. I'm not even going to dive into it. We've got the reward shop as well. You can see all this when it comes out, guys. It's not that big exciting news. Patch notes, we're going to dive into them. So you got the gold weapon rotations, P20s, Prowler, Vault, Devotion, and G7 are going to be going into there. They've made a small change to the heat shields. The heat shields now take damage when any part of the dome connects with the ring. Previously, it took damage when the core was in the ring. So it's going to be more of a change just to kind of smoothen things out and make sure they are working correctly, which is very good. Yeah, brilliant. We're also going to be having into the Skirmisher classes. Now, obviously, we mentioned about here Trailblazer and the charge knock. Now moving into the legend changes, Altar is going to be having a mental, it feels like a rework. There is so many changes, as you can see from the patch notes in front of you right now. So Alta's now going to gain 2 charges on her tactical. Her maximum portal depth is going to be increased to 30% rather than 20%. Her cooldown reduced to 20 seconds rather than 30 cooldowns, which is going to be integrated from her upgrades. Her health bars are now shown on enemies after going through your own portal passage. Void Vision upgrade integrated into base. Maximum length of Void Siphon interactable rope with tactical portal created from ceilings increased to 45 meters rather than 30 meters. It also now created when placing reachable portals on walls with maximum length of 20 meters. This is crazy. This is just her tactical, man. Her tactical is the only thing I'm talking about at the moment, and there's so many things that have been getting changed. Her Void Nexus is getting a buff. Her upgrades are getting done. Guys, honestly, I could dive into this for so long, but we're going to get bored. But genuinely, check her out next split. She's going to be actually insane, whether that is her tactical or her ultimate. And just the upgrades, there's just so much going on with this. It's just gonna feel like a brand new Altar. It really is. Moving on to next, Ashe has had a slight nerf. She's now gonna have her Void Breach reduced down to 2 minutes 30 rather than 2 minutes, so increase, sorry. So there is going to be a slight nerf there, so potentially you might want to be taking 2 breaches rather than taking a double dash now. It's actually going to make that more viable. Next up, we got Horizon. Horizon's upgrades have now been changed, so the level 2 upgrades, Big Bang and Bat Pack, have been removed. And the tactical cooldown and ultimate cooldown have been moved into level 2. We also have going into level 3, the new conservation of energy. Spacewalk grants 25 shield regen on soft landing. So if you jump and you take a soft landing, off your gravity lift and that, you're going to gain 25 HP shield regen. That is awesome. That is going to be so good in those big fights. We're also going to have as well in level 3 combat reserve, which is going to allow you to access assault bins, carry extra ammo per stack, and extra grenade slots. This could be huge with obviously the fact that Horizon's ulti loves grenades, so it's going to be a really big change. And yeah, this is some awesome changes for Horizon. Next up, we got Loba, her Escape Artist, the reduced shield regen to 25%. 25 health rather than 50, so you're not going to be benefiting as much from that upgrade. Moving into next, we have Pathfinder upgrade. It's from level 3 down and away has been removed. The reason for that is because obviously in the actual Skirmisher upgrades now, you are going to be getting that upgrade essentially every time you get a knock, so there's no point in Pathfinder having that. What they're replacing it with though is a grapple cooldown, and it's going to decrease the tactical by 10 seconds. Now, I thought when I read this, I was like, guys, this is not really enough in my opinion. But if you do read the small print, the devs have said clearly and very obviously here, so we've added a simple cooldown reduction for now. Pathfinder is going to be getting some love. It's confirmed. It's right there in front of us. Pathfinder is going to be buffed even more. Brilliant. Moving into next, we have Revenant. Now, Revenant is honestly utterly ridiculous. Revenant is going to have Assassin's Instinct, and this allows your enemies to now see low health tracking markers like Revenant. So as long as you have a Revenant on your team, you're going to be getting markers, you're going to be able to see who is low. Shadow Pounce, activation time reduced by 30%. Cooldown reduced to 20 seconds rather than 25. That is nuts. His pounce is unbelievable anyway, and now it's going to be getting buffed even more. Insane. Forged Shadow, ulti shield HP increased by 25 HP. Now, I've been told that it's already 50, so now you're going to be getting 75 HP. What the hell is going on? Upgrade in level 2 has now been removed. Murder Machine has been removed, and a brand new upgrade is going in. Try to Hide. Doubles the duration of the passive mark when getting enemies to low health. That's crazy. That means as soon as you run away with no health, you're going to be getting caught out. You're going to be found very quickly. As well as that, in level 3, Grim Leaper's being removed and new Agile Assassin is getting put in, and this reduces Shadow Pounce activation time and charge time by half. This is already getting a change in the upgrades already here. It's already getting a nerf. I mean a buff. And now it's getting another one in the upgrades. Insane. Or you can take the tactical cooldown, which reduces it to 15 seconds rather than 20. I'm sorry, but you would take the Agile Assassin already. I'm telling you that off the bat, because as soon as you get a knock, you're going to get your tactical back again anyway. That's wild to me. Revenant is going to be so broken, guys. He is going to be nerfed so quickly. That is so ridiculous. Next up, we have Wraith. Now, Wraith is really exciting. Wraith is now going to be getting the original third-person run animation. It's returning. So essentially, you know, I'm pretty sure it's the one where she runs with her arms back. Like, woo-hoo-hoo. I'm pretty sure we're getting that back. Amazing. Into the Void. Her cooldown reduction is going to be reduced down to 20 seconds rather than 25. Attack activation time is going to be decreased to 0.8 seconds rather than 1.25 seconds, which is fantastic. You can also now exit from the Void at any time by pressing attack or tactical button. Insane. So you could cut it short so quickly just to really juke and confuse people. Fantastic. Dimensional Rift. The cooldown reduced to 2 minutes and 30 seconds rather than 3 minutes, and the ramp up to the max speed is much faster when using the ulti. Amazing. Upgrades section. The ultimate cooldown is now going to be 1 minute 30 rather than 2 minutes in the cooldown section. Fantastic. And as well, in level 3, we're going to have Fast Fade. Now decrease your tactical activation by 30% rather than 20. Bear in mind, it's already getting a buff in the notes above. That's insane. It's going to be pretty much instant, which is going to be nuts. And as well, we also have a tack cooldown of 15 seconds over 20. Once again, I feel like you're going to take the quicker activation, because at the end of the day, as soon as you get a knock, you get your tactical back straight away. Wraith is going to be insane, guys. Not even joking. Ammo attachments, accelerated weapons are now going to be removed. So the hop-up is actually going to be moved to P2020's Volt and Wingman. With the upgrades now, we're looking at the ammos. We have the SMGs are all getting a buff in that mags. So as you can see here, alternators, white is now going to be 20 rather than 19. So base is going to be 20 rather than 19. White's going to be 24 rather than 23. Blue's going to be 27 rather than 26. And purple and gold's going to be 29 rather than 28. I'm not going to go through them all, but as you can see on the screen there's lots of changes there. The Nemesis is going to be getting a buff. The charge depleted time increase is going to increase to 8 seconds. So you're going to have that charge up time for a lot longer. The delay before the charge starts depleting increased to 8 seconds as well, rather than 6 seconds. Fantastic. And increased barrel effectiveness at all tiers. I don't understand why the Nemesis has been buffed, but it has, and it's gonna be great. Devotion's been buffed. You've reduced the intensity in the first few shots of the recoil pattern. That is very good. The L-Star is going to be nerfed. They're going to remove the reverse hip fire mechanic. So you are no longer going to be as accurate as you normally are with the hip fire on the L-Star. This is going to be really good. This is going to entice people not to just use the L-Star up close. They're going to have to use like an SMG or a shotgun up close. This is going to be good. A very fantastic change. We've got the 30-30 is going to have its ADS charge shot increased to 65 damage rather than 58. The ADS charge time or the headshot damage is going to increase to 104 rather than 93. That's really good. The G7 is going to have its damage increased to 36 rather than 35. The headshot damage is going to be increased to 58 rather than 56, and then slightly increased fire rate. The G7 is sick anyway. I don't know why it's been given another buff. I get it's lost its accelerator, but I think it's really good still. But yeah, it has been. P2020s has not really had anything done. It's normalized the laser effectiveness to other weapons, so it's not really anything biggie. The Wingman has now lost its boosted loader, which I think is a joke because the Wingman is rubbish anyway. Now it's lost its boosted loader. Why would you take that away? The Eva 8, they're widening the blast pattern, so that's going to be wider. That's a nerf. Map rotations, you're going to be looking at E District, Kings Canyon, and Storm Point for both of the ranked and pubs. After that, guys, it's just talking about game modes. You are going to have in the LTMs, you're going to have the Sword Power Royale, which basically sounds like the Buster Sword sort of thing. It's just going to be a little bit of fun, guys. You're going to have April Fools as well. We are also going to be having solos come up, which will be really cool. That is going to be 30 players this time rather than 60, which is going to be exciting. Ranked has had a slight change, and honestly, in my opinion, it's not anything special. You are now going to be having you get 8 kills or assists or participation before it starts to get reduced down by 50%. It used to be 6, so now actually getting more kills is going to be more valuable, which I don't really understand because people are not really playing for placement. I feel like that should be encouraged more. And then they've changed around the resets, so they're meant to be basically trying to keep the higher levels in the higher tiers, but in my opinion, it just feels like that way the grind is just going to be even harder to keep red, basically, because some people are just going to sweat the hell out of it. Then we've had a load of bug fixes and things like that as well. They're all on their website if you really want to see. And there's been some graphic changes as well. They've removed a few options, so PC players should hopefully be a little happier. But yeah, guys, that is literally everything. That is all of the patch notes in a quick sort of explanation rather than you getting bored. My time is going off because my dinner's ready. But yeah, guys, I hope you have enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.